loves, it's Sam. Today I'm going to be doing, I've been trying or meaning to do this video for so long, and for some reason I've just been putting it off. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Full Coverage Foundation and the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. I've actually had these for a while now, and I got them originally to do like a first impression and then ended up not filming it for some reason. So I've been trying this foundation out the whole entire week so that I could get like a really good feel for it, and I actually have used this in the past and I've spoken about it before because I didn't care for it, but I used it again today just to remind myself of why I didn't care for it. So let's just get started. So this retails for $38. It's a SPF 15 and it's a full coverage foundation. It claims to last 12 hours and you get, how much do you get? 1.7 ounces. The Maracuja Creaseless Concealer is full coverage, okay, claims to be full coverage, creaseless, waterproof, long wear, and this retails for $24 and you get 8 grams. So that's what they look like. So I actually really love the packaging of this foundation because what's great about it is it's a nice kind of smaller tube, so it's very travel friendly. What I also really like is it's just kind of nice like wood. It looks very kind of organic-y, natural. And then it's just a squeezy tube, so there's really like, it's just so easy. You just squeeze what you need out. It's very, very convenient. I love that it's not like a big, huge, bulky glass jar or bottle. It's just really, really it's just nice because you can just quickly, I don't know, it fits into your hands, you just squeeze it. I don't know, I really like the packaging. Okay, so the color that I have is medium sand, and that's the reason why I waited so long to do this review, because I needed to self-tan. I picked it up when I had self-tanner on, and then I slowly started fading, and then I was so pale that I couldn't wear it anymore because I was too pale. So I've got a self-tan going on now, so that now it does actually match. It was a bit too dark for me. The nice thing about this is that it does have kind of a yellowish undertone rather than a pink, so if you are wearing self-tanner, it matches really, really well. This is an oil-free makeup and it's long wear. Okay, so that's what they claim. Here's what I really think. The actual foundation itself is very thick when you put it on, and I'm just going to squeeze out a little bit for you so you can see it. It's so nice, like look at that. So it's very, very thick when it comes out. It's more of a, what is the texture? It's like almost like a mousse. It's kind of like a creamy mousse, if you know what I mean. So there's the color right there. So it's a really nice color if you are someone who does self-tan, or if you just naturally have a good color to you. I would say it's probably a full coverage. It's not the fullest I've ever tried in my life because there are like little, like I had a couple of little zits this week, and you still can see them, like it peeks through. So it's not like crazy full coverage, but it's definitely a full coverage foundation. It's going to cover all of your discoloration, your pigmentation, your redness, if you have acne scarring. If you do have actual like red marks though, you will have to use a concealer to cover those up. The thing that I find really weird about this foundation is when you first apply it, I actually don't like it as much as I wear it like throughout the day. So when I first apply it, it's like, okay, it looks good, you know, but then like 2 hours into the day of wearing it, I like it so much better because your natural oils kind of come out and it ends up looking a lot nicer than when you first apply it. Like when you first apply it, I almost feel like it looks a little bit kind of, I just put it on, which actually it looks quite, it's kind of weird. Like some days it looks really good when you first apply it, and some days it's like, looks a little bit powdery or something, but then 2 hours later it looks amazing. Like your skin, it looks like skin, it looks really, really beautiful. The best thing that I love about this foundation is that the wrinkle is like, you can't even see your wrinkles. Like normally my forehead wrinkles stand out so bad, it's like just crazy dry, looks like wrinkles. Same with my you know, my smile lines, and this stuff is so amazing. And like I said, as you go throughout the day, your wrinkles become less noticeable. It's so weird. I don't know how that happens, but it's awesome. This is definitely a long wearing foundation, so it is something that you are going to be able to wear all day long without feeling like it's gonna oxidize or go wonky or splodge away or anything like that. I do notice I do get quite oily towards kind of like the middle to end of the day. So if you are someone who has a lot of, it does claim to be oil-free makeup, but I did get oily. So if you are someone with oily skin, definitely powder. I don't usually ever wear powder, so that could be why, but I would definitely recommend setting it with a powder or keeping like a powder in your purse if you are going to be going somewhere and you don't want to have that oil. Sometimes I like a bit of shine to my face, but I don't want to look like crazy greasy. And I don't think that it looks crazy greasy, but it definitely does look a bit kind of shiny. So that's a point to keep in mind. I definitely think that this would be great for someone who is older. If you are someone who's worried about, you know, kind of accentuating wrinkles and all of that great stuff that comes along with getting older, definitely try this out because it really does help to just, it doesn't sit in them, it doesn't make them look worse or dry or anything like that. I would say that this would work for, I wouldn't say like crazy dry skin, but I think that it would work for like dry, normal, combination skin. And then if you are super duper oily, I don't think you would like it. If you're really, really oily, I just don't think that it would be something that you would be, that would work for you. It doesn't oxidize. What else would be something to talk about with foundation coming from a man's perspective? How did you like it?
That one?
Yeah, the one that I've been wearing all week.
If it's not noticeable, that's my thing.
Oh, so he hasn't noticed it.
If I look at you and go, oh, what's on your face?
Yeah, he'll be like, what foundation are you wearing?
Or what's on or in your wiggle marks?
My wiggle marks.
Which is like your sides of your face.
And have you noticed my wrinkles have not shown at all this week?
And it's more of like notice. For me, it's noticing. Do I notice it? Do I not? That's my biggest.
So he did notice it, so that's a good sign.
It's just like, oh, you look pretty, as opposed to,
not so much.
I don't really care for that stuff on your face right now.
Yeah. Well, I really like it, and it blends into the rest of my coloring very well. It just is really, really nice. Now, so I definitely recommend this if you haven't tried it. Now, I did try it a while ago, and I gave it a bad review because I got the wrong color. It was so pale that I just looked dead, and I just didn't like it. So I do apologize for my first review if you were like, oh, I'm not going to get it now because she doesn't like it. I don't know, my skin might be different now, and then of course the coloring is always, you know, if it was too pale it just makes you look deathly. So I would repurchase this. I got mine at Ulta, and I think they still have a 20% off coupon going right now, I'm not sure. But anyway, I recommend it, I would repurchase. As for the concealer, now, this claims to be creaseless, and I saw this on Dulce Candy's channel, and she had, you know, she had really dark circles from her surgery, and so she was saying that this is what she was using to help brighten. Now I will say it really does brighten under the eyes very, very well. It is a really good full coverage brightening concealer, because you can see right here it's very bright. It just like, when you put it on, it immediately just lifts your face and brightens and really looks nice. So I will give the full coverage, and I will give the brightening factor, and I think that's why she likes it so much, is that it really just brightens underneath. I don't have that bad of dark circles, so it's not something that I'm really too bothered about kind of actually concealing. It's more I just kind of like the brightness. So in that aspect I do really like it, but it claims to be creaseless and it is not. Like, I just put it on and I already have it in my creases. It's just constantly going in your crease. So it is something that you have to set with a powder, which I just don't really like to do. My other concealer that I always use, I don't have to do that. Why would I want to buy something that's more expensive that I have to worry about setting, because it does go in my creases. So as far as creaseless, it is not creaseless. It does sit in your fine lines and wrinkles. The other thing that I don't like about it is it's very, very thick and very, very kind of oily. Not oily, but it's like, I don't know, it's just a little bit more creamy or shiny. If you can see under here, it has there's like a lot of shine. So again, it's something that you would have to set, which actually is nice because it does make me look like kind of youthful and glowy. But if it wouldn't sit in those, if it didn't go into my creases, I would actually repurchase this and I would really like it. But it is not good if you are someone who wears a lot of makeup on your eye and you're worried about fallout, because it will stick right to it, because it's a very creamy, like sucking things up texture. So you would have to set it, but most people set it underneath anyway, so it's really not a big deal. So if you do set your powder, or if you do set your under eyes, you would actually like this. I really don't like powder. I try to stay away from it as much as I possibly can. So this one is it's kind of a hard one for me. I think actually some people would like it if they set it, but for me, I just wish it didn't crease. But other than that, I do actually like it. So take what you will out of that. Definitely try this out. I really, really love this. I'm really so happy that I've kind of got the right color and rediscovered it, because it really is a nice foundation. And I'm wearing it right now, so if you're wondering, I'm wearing both of the products right now. So I've got the concealer on and I've got the powder or the foundation, and I haven't set it like I don't ever set my face usually. So I say yes, try it out. It's pretty good. Jay thinks it's pretty good. Hope that helped. I'll see you in my next video. Bye! I forgot to tell you, I apply the foundation with my Beauty Blender, which has a massive rip in it, and then I apply the concealer with my Beauty Blender on the other side as well. I did try it out with the Sigma F88, and I kind of just liked the way the Beauty Blender applied it better, so that's what I've been using, and it works just fine and dandy.